Yo, what is up? Welcome to another tutorial, guys. This is a quick little short one to show you how I do my blood. So I've thought of a new technique and I think it looks pretty cool. Tell me what you think. I'll just show you. So this is going to be used, or it's already used in the GoldenEye map, and you can see here this blood that leads from the toilets here, and it goes through the door here, and it goes through here. The best thing about this blood is you can actually change the amount of gloss on it using some magical tricks that we're going to show you in the tutorial. And yeah, basically, if you want this blood, follow this tutorial. Yeah, let's get right into it. First thing is first, you're going to want to download these assets that I quickly made. All they are is a modified moss texture, so all you have to do is download it. Once you've downloaded it, so just up here click download. I've already got it, so I don't need to download it. And then you're going to want to have your Black Ops 3 root on the left, and if you just go to wherever you downloaded it and extract it and then open it up, and then you want to drag the two folders into your root. Since I've already done it, it's going to ask me to replace it. It won't ask you to replace anything because they're custom. After you've done that, that is about it. Just close these down and jump straight into Radiant. So when we're in Radiant, the next thing is we're going to want to make a patch, and to make a patch, all you need to do is basically select the surface of a brush that you're working on. There's a few ways you can do this, but this is the way that I'm going to show you. So if you hold Shift and Control and click one side of a brush, so in this case I'm going to do it here on this stairs. You can select multiple faces at the same time and do multiple if you wish to, but in this case I'm just going to do this bit of stairs. The next thing is we're going to go to Patch, Terrain, Faces to Terrain. So the next thing is we're just going to apply that moss, and you'll see that it looks really thick. What we can do is we can add some verts in now. If we press V on the keyboard, I'm just going to press Y twice because I have that glitch on my screen, and I'm going to get out of game view as well, and I'm going to hide clips so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so we have the verts here showing, and that was just pressing V, and you can select whichever ones you want and press Control Shift A, and that will create one in between them. And what I usually do is I'll create a square within a square, and I find that is the best way of doing it for blending it out. So I'm just dragging this down here so we have these close to the edge, and I'm holding Alt as I'm doing this. So I'm selecting them, holding Alt, and then dragging them around, and we're going to keep that shape there. Okay, so the next thing is we want to add in two for the other side. And now we're going to drag these in. So we have a little boundary, or a margin as you may want to call it. And this margin is going to allow us to fade out the blood nicely. So we're just going to move these in a bit so that we got the texture on the screen. Then I'm just going to reapply the texture. You can press S and use natural, or you can press T and just reapply the texture. So here we go. The next thing is I'm going to select just the outside, and I'm just going to quickly hide everything else. So I got this at the moment, so you can see better. The best way to select just the outside is to select all of it and then hold Control and then deselect the inside, and then straight away we have got the outside. Right, the next thing you want to do is blend these out, and I'm going to bring everything back for this. I'm going to press G, and this is going to bring up the Vertex Color Alpha editing tool, and you're going to want a couple settings checked. So you're going to want this one checked here, Alpha. You don't want color set, and now you just need to move that bar up there, and we're just going to set it to nothing. So you can see straight away that the blood is nicely fading out. But we got a square here, and you might think, oh well, that square is no good for me. Well, what you can do is you can select between two verts, press Control Shift A, and then you got another vert here, and you can move it around, and you can just get this blood into whatever sort of shape you felt it should be, like this. And then you're going to want to reapply the texture, and say you like the look of that. I personally think that that doesn't look very good, so we should probably move it around a bit. It just looks a bit too straight and perfect. So there we go. I think that's better. I'm going to just reapply it again, and you'll probably think, oh well, yeah, that blood looks cool, but it looks a bit thick in places. So the next thing you want to do is press V and select various faces on the inside here. We're not going to touch the outside edges because they're the ones that fade to nothing to make it blend in well, but we can press G and we can actually blend these in however much we like. So you might want to just blend out certain edges and so forth, like that, so it's thicker in some places. So I'm going to blend that out a bit, and we're going to leave it like that. So there we go, we got some blood. That looks pretty cool. But you might think now, oh well, how come that's all faded and dried looking, but over here you got nice shiny fresh looking blood? Well, all I do to achieve this gloss effect is you just apply a water blend to the top of it. So we just selected it again. Once you've selected it, make sure you click once in the camera view, otherwise sometimes it won't copy. Then press Ctrl+C, Ctrl+V to copy it. You should see it get a little bit thicker when you do that. And the other way to check to make sure you copied it is to right click and see that you have 2 of these blend materials. And we're just going to want to change one of these to water, and there's all sorts of different waters you can use to get different effects on the blood, but in my case I'm going to be using one called T7 Dirt Tire Tracks 02 Water Blend, and we just added that in a little bit. I'm going to press J so we can hide the lines there, and you can see that it looks pretty awesome. When you have some lights coming in and bouncing on this blood, it will actually make it look pretty sick, to be honest. You're going to see all the reflection of the light in it, and yeah, there we go. There's a good example. You see how that blood is reflecting the light and this flashing light as well, to give it a more realistic sort of what fresh blood would look like, really. So this is one way to make blood, and the best thing about making it this way is you're not limited to the usual blood splatter blends, because I go on the workshop, I see all these maps, and you always see people who have used these ones here. We got this blood here, we got this blood here, we got this blood here, and it's actually, take a step back and you look at it, there aren't that many. Yeah, you just see them everywhere. And basically this is a way to just bring a bit more customness to your map, if that's even a thing. But it kind of makes sense to me, so I guess it is. But yeah, to make your own blood and to make it look pucker. So I hope this tutorial has helped you out. Let me know down in the comments if you have any questions. Other than that, take it easy, stay freezy, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. See ya.